Hi, I went live, so my chat won't show up. I don't know why that does that. Sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. So I don't know because I'm watching the soccer game. So I guess I'll have to. But anyway, hi, welcome. Another Sunday afternoon here in Melbourne, Florida. I have some packaging I thought I would cut down and maybe create a new journal. I love making journals and I like packaging. And so I got some colorful packaging here that I thought I would play with. I can get it in stream like so. And I've been watching the World Cup. I don't know how many of you have been watching it, but we've had almost 83 minutes of soccer and the score is 0-0. Um, Argentina versus España. Uh, a lot of pushing and shoving and falling down and grabbing ankles and heads and all of that, all the histrionics that go into soccer. But yeah, I watched the game last night. It was far more exciting. It was like for third place, and it was I can't even remember who. It was France and in England. I think in England won. I think. Oh my God, I can't even remember. So anyway, I hope there's people here. I just don't understand that the chat works sometimes and it doesn't work other times. Let's see, might be temporarily down or it may have moved permanently to a new web address. Really? Really? That's not cool. How dare they move to let's see, reload? Do I want to do that? Let's see. No, I don't want to reload because no, I don't want to reload the site. All right. I will have to forfeit. Um, oh, come on. Let me do this. I hope everyone is well and has had a good week. It looks like the tropical disturbance that has been brewing now has a name officially, Bertha. And yeah, and it's not going to be anywhere near where I am. It's up in the panhandle and headed towards Joyce. Hi, Kim. Jeannie. Yes. Yes, I can see that now. I'm reading the chat on the my iPad. So, yeah. And so Bertha has a name. I don't think, well, obviously it's not the first hurricane because the first hurricane would be A, but I missed the first hurricane. I don't even know what the first hurricane was. I'm good. How are you, Belinda? Hi, Pam. Pam got their boat back. So let me break this down and see what we've got. This is my fake glasses came. They're not fake, but they're not prescription. Be carefully crafted lenses for you will give you the best visual experience. They're pretty damn good for non-prescription glasses, I have to tell you. They seem to cover, close up, middle, and the top part are clear. So that's where my best vision is since I've had the cataract surgery. I have 20/20 vision far away. Oh, We don't need that. I was pretty impressed with these. They were not that expensive. They were like $14.95 on Amazon, and they came in a nice plastic case with a wipey thing, and also little neat little set of like little tiny eyeglass screwdrivers. Oh, Riley? Yeah, I don't know. I guess the weirdos are doing good. So let's open this up. I made another journal out of packaging, and I was hoping to add that to that journal, but that journal is in a 3-ring binder, like a loose leaf, and it's chock full. There's no room for any more packaging. So I'll have to make a new one. Ah, well, as best as I can. Mm, all right. Let's see what we got here. We can clean this up a little bit. Mm-hmm. All right, let's clean it up. Clean it up. Get some scissors and cut it. Packaging can be so colorful. A couple of years ago, a woman made this most incredible. Hi, Jenny, welcome, welcome. Good to see you again. I've seen several of you already today in various lives. I was over at Lori, Pink Girl, and I started the morning with Miriam, and she's in Israel. And then I traveled to Lori. And then where do we go from Lori? Somewhere else. Now I can't even remember. Where else do we go? All right, so that's that. It's a pretty blue and kind of beigey color. Have any of you had any of these Yazo frozen Greek yogurt bars? They're pretty tasty. They're pretty expensive, so but I got the buy one get one, so it's not too bad. I'm a big fan of buy one get one, and then I end up with too much stuff. 'But these, I had no problem finishing these off. No problem at all. They're gone. They were pretty tasty. Let's see. Break this down. Woo! Be careful, be careful. All right. People actually, obviously, people make a living that design packaging, which I think is a pretty cool job. Some packaging can be absolutely brilliant, and others is just a box, like this. Nothing remarkable about this, but the colors are pretty. The purple and the blue, it's a pretty kind of color. I'll show you the tuna, the Fishwives tuna stuff, which is just gorgeous. And that's how I ended up buying it. Long story, Patricia, a P&M Studio husband, saw fishwife tuna on the shelf of their supermarket in Texas, and they bought it because of the packaging. But were totally blown away by the product itself. So they were showing the packaging on one of their streams. And of course, I had to immediately go out and find it. Now it's everywhere. And I have now, um, I'm sure you're aware of it, but the packaging is just gorgeous. Look at this. Look at the graphics on this. This was the albacore tuna in olive oil, which was delicious. Best tuna I've ever had. And then I got the albacore tuna with Spanish lemon, which was really good also. And it's a company run by two women, and it's Fishwife Tin Seafood Company. They've got all sorts of canned fish food, from like smoked trout and salmon and mussels and tuna and oysters, you name it. I've only tried the tuna, but it's really good. You can see how pretty that is. You have the fishwife in the back waving, and they're from Galicia, Spain. And now they're all of a sudden they're everywhere. They're even in my local supermarket in Publix. Yeah, in Publix. They had a special during Amazon Prime days where you could get 6 cans for $39, $40. It's expensive, but it's good. It's very good. It's not like, because you have to have some classic Tabasco, right? Have to have classic. I know it is so different. It is just beautiful. I'll put it there so you can. Tabasco. Love me some Tabasco. And then they have they have the jalapeno Tabasco, which is really good too. But this is the classic. I'll put a little drop of it in, sauces and stuff that I'm cooking. Mostly I use it in my Bloody Marys. Hi, Brenda. But that's very pretty too. Let's open this up very carefully. Yeah, let's do this. P&M Studios, they've actually made, that's, if you've been following them, they've been making little fish books, and they've made them little enough, like little concertina books that actually fit inside the box. It's been a lot of fun to watch uh, Mariah and Patricia play and they do the fish thing. It's kind of created a life of its own. They've made, fish jelly prints, and I sent them some fish stuff. Cynthia, good to see you. Thanks for stopping by. Let's open that here. This kind of reminds me, I don't even remember, there was a pop artist. I think his name was Peter Max. No cards for you tonight? They're not playing? You mean the Cardinals, the baseball team, right? Cardinals and Phillies? That's your teams? I don't remember. Anybody? I mean, I had to stop watching the. Hi, Ellen. Hi, Sophia. I had to turn. I couldn't watch the World Cup. I was watching it, but the chat in Restream is not working. So in order to see the chat, I had to turn off my. Oh, I bet you. Oh, I bet you they were so cute. There's that guy that films them. He's on Reels, and they hang out with him. They sit on his head, and they're perched on his head as he and they peruse the area. And the one meerkat was very pregnant, and there was another meerkat that had his arm around her. Alrighty, so that's that. Let's open this one too. They've got a very interesting website too. Go to their website. We'll see. Mm, Ah, okay. Ooh, was a good. Got it good. Alrighty. Oh, you played pinochle with friends. Oh, how awesome is that? That's really cool. Never, well, I shouldn't say never played pinochle. Played it a little bit with some friends, but we never really got into it. And then, of course, I started playing bridge. Oh, come on. Jeez. Hmm. I shouldn't have taken that. Yeah. Just got to get in there. Well, I wanted to teach the grandsons how to play bridge when we got together, and everyone laughed at me. I didn't think of it. You're never too young to learn how to they could play bridge. They could get the fundamentals. They all laughed at me. I said, no. They play that up and down the river thing. It's also known as oh shit. Oh, pinochle. Yeah. Pinochle. Yeah. Here are Carr's rich and savory crackers. I bought them when I had the book club group here. I have another whole box of them because it was buy one get one. It was kind of pretty. Let's see if we can. There you go. Oops. There. This will be a very pretty journal. Knuckle. There you go. Your kids aren't interested in. Well, you have a. Pinochle has a different deck of cards, right? Can you take a regular deck of cards and turn it into a Pinochle deck by taking some cards out of it, or is it a? I know. I guess my question. Can you convert a regular deck of cards into a pinochle deck? I guess that's the question. I think you can, but I think the pinochle deck only goes down to 9. Let me throw all this open. Let's get rid of this here real quick. And we'll open this one. Two of these. Oh dear. Keep doing that. Only 48. Oh, okay, I was right. Ace, king, queen, jack, 10, 9. Okay. All right. All right. That's what I kind of thought. So 48 instead of 52. All right. Oops. Throwing it all over the floor here. Mm, yeah. No. All right. Mhm, mhm, mhm. Okay. I know. Isn't it amazing how colorful packaging is? It really is. You don't usually take. I have much more packaging in terms of like Cheez-It boxes and other boxes that I use for cardboard purposes. I bet. Well, if you wanted to eat the whole box of these, it would be 570 calories if you really wanted to binge out and eat all, however many, 4 of them. See that? This could be a tag, right? This could be a tag. I don't like that, but this could be a tag, right? Make a tag out of that. Bug, bugs in the house. Oh, I was over at Mr. Casey's. That was the other place I was at today. Been all over the place. All right, so now, and it started with the half and half, um, which, and I watched this because I didn't want it to smell like sour milk. And I don't know. Let's see. if we did this. I'm just gonna just mess around quickly, and then I'm gonna get to start gluing in something else. Okay, so that can go in there like that. All right, and this can go like so, like that. And these, I think, are gonna have to go like this. And then, we'll can collage and kind of do a flippy thing. I should have saved should have. Well, we could go like this and go like that. So that can go like that. And you do the same thing with that. Let's see. Let's put the Tabasco. Jackie, hi Brenda A. Yes, the shiniest thing in the room, right? Who's guilty? Like that. Mm, I think this could go here, and that would help this that got kind of messed up here. It would reinforce that. So I think that's what I would do. But I want to put this here to see more clearly. So I would cut that a little bit. And this just a little like that. There. So what I think I'll do, not now, but I think what I'm going to do is I think I will stitch this, put it in the sewing machine and sew this on because I like the way that looks. And this can go like so. And we'll split this so this can go up here and this can go down there. And then we'll add the maybe maybe this could go here, huh? But now you're upside down. I guess there's no, let's see. Well, to be determined whether I want to do that. Stick that one down there. Okay. Stick that there and there. Now, honestly, to be completely truthful with you, it would not, it would be very difficult to stitch this together. I mean, do a typical, uh, yes, this is definitely. Totally junk, junk journal. But the packaging is just gorgeous. The colors, right? It's beautiful. So that's as far as I'm going to go with that until I figure out the best way of to put these here. Maybe I like that there. Stick something like that there. Maybe. Hmm. That would be interesting, right? With tuna fish and like that, chocolate crunch or something like something like that. But, so that's what I've been collecting so far. So keep your eye out for colorful packaging and see what you can see. Hello, Angie. And I'm going to go like that, and I'm going to. I have these gigantic uh, paper clips that are perfect for big things like this. Oh, we've got another one. I have another one. Might as well add it to the mix. Uh, mhm. What is a fishwife? A brash, foul-mouthed woman who sells fish. If you didn't know, that is the definition of a fishwife. A brass, foul-mouthed woman who sells fish. Well, that's kind of me, but except I don't sell fish. I like that. Do the other ones have that definition? Well, they must. I must have. Huh, I like that. Where's the. Hmm, hmm, whoops. Hmm. Does it have to break the other one apart like that? I don't know. That's what- Angie, what'd you do? You're sitting there with an ice on your back. I guess everyone wants to know. Inquiring minds want to know. What did you do, Angie? What'd you do to get back? Belinda's asking. Inquiring minds want to know. Oh, okay. Brassy. Okay. Okay. The British opinionated, not necessarily foul mouth. It says how to eat your albacore tuna in olive oil. Atop toasted sourdough bread, stirred into a pasta with grilled vegetables in a traditional salad, straight out of the can. Oh, not the can. It's called the tin. They're not referring to it as a can. It's a tin because this is the Tin Seafood Company. Oh, maybe. I don't know if that's enough to. Okay. Maybe I'll leave that flap on. Ooh, maybe something like that. I don't know. The possibilities are endless. All right, I don't need that. I don't. Hi, Janice. That's right. Could swear like a sailor. That's correct. Hi, Casey. Sister Ann and her clergy. Oh my gosh. Yep, that's me, Sister Ann and her clergy. Ha ha ha. Okay. Mm, let's do this. Ah, there. We'll have to come back and visit this at a later date and see if I figured out how I want to. I mean, I could do, what do you call it? I could do the jump rings things, but I don't particularly like that much. But it's very colorful, and it would be a shame to. Well, you know what? I don't think I would. I was going to not do this. I don't think what I would do. Sorry, I would not cover the packaging up. That's true. That's right. It's very old, 16th century. What I would do is cover this up, and I would only collage or glue images on this. Does that make sense? On the white stuff, and then leave the packaging to be enjoyed. I think that makes the most sense to me, at least. So I think that's what I'm going to do. I will put pictures here on the inside of the packaging and leave the colorful packaging to be enjoyed. Oh wow. Now we've got the definitions of brass. I think that's what they said, right? Brass? Is that the word? I think that's what I read. What is this? A brash, foul-mouthed woman who sells fish. A fishwife. That's the definition of a fishwife. Well, they had to be heard. It was a tough business. Okay, so that's the plan for this. Now, where to put it? I have no idea. I'll stick it up here and then I won't know where it is. You know how that goes, folks, right? Put it in a special place. Not really in a special place, it's just out of the way. Okay, let's get on. Brash. 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 Oh, yeah. I think that's what I'll do. So that way we can keep I have a definition for nuts meat. Okay, someone showed it. Yes, Angie. Yes, you're nuts. But we still want to know what you did to your back. Did you reveal what you did to your back? Is the soccer game over? Does anybody know who won? Or are they still playing? Let's see, can I turn that on? Live. No, I guess it's over. Let's see. Live. No golden goal. I can't tell whether, oh, let me see. It's loading. I'm just seeing if it's over. I had a hell of a time finding where to watch it. What I had to go through was ridiculous. No, it's not loading. It was crazy, but I finally got it on Fox One, which was part of my Spectrum. Okay. Now, oh, boy, oh, I think I want to do a big collage. Am I live? Is that live? Yeah, live. Okay. And I can't zoom out anymore. And this camera stand I got, I'm not happy with because that's as high as it'll go. So I'm very disappointed with in it. And it wasn't cheap either. Let's see. I mean, that's it. That's as high as it'll go. So and I can go like that, like that, and like that. Anyway, and I have it zoomed out as far as I can go. So that's it. Do a quick flip through of some of the large collages I've done in this book. Let's see. It's a totally different experience when you go big like this. But I like the large white borders around it. I like this one, all the art. There's a kitty here. I like this one too. I love the dog. That's my favorite. Over the top. I thought this was interesting. You know how they sometimes have like a still life with fruit in it? This is kind of a still life with rotten fruit. This was all the eyes. Oh, you remember I did this on a Sunday one. This was that's out of an old magazine. And we got the frog jumping into the Cheerios. And then someone suggested I cut out all these Cheerios, and it was a whole discussion as to how the Cheerio box should be put in. And that's where I left off. So I thought maybe we'd do one, maybe try to do one of these today. So I'll flip this. And this is a nice book. You remember when Arteza hit the art scene? They had everything, pencils to watercolors to paper. And this is their 110-pound mixed media pad, acid-free, spiral bound. So it's pretty good, it's nice paper. 110. You could probably put, add some water. I mean, some, water to it. All right, let's see what we got. All right, let's see. Is everyone still here? Oh gosh, yeah. Huh. Oh wow. Oh, okay. You think Spain just scored? You think? Well, come on, find out, will you? It was tied when there was another 15 minutes. I mean, all right, all right. Let's look through some pictures. Let's see what we got here. Kind of like her, but because this is upside down, of course, right? They definitely scored. Hubby's very pleased. Okay, I like her. This is out of one of the old magazines. This was like the fruit tray in the bottom of a refrigerator with that ugly avocado green. Do you remember that? Huh. Let's see. Control yourself. Oh, that would be a good for her. Let's see what else we got in here. Got a lot of little stuff, but I think I have some. There's some. I have a mix of stuff from the 1941 magazine, but let me do this. This is going to be a problem. Now, I thought I had it right side up. This is what I was looking for. Looking from these legs. They had harvest gold and avocado, and I'm thinking like this. I'll cut that even. I don't know what magazine that came out of, but I really think that that's going to be and I really like her. I like her attitude. I used to know her name. Let me make this straight. Mm-mm. Where are my scissors? Ugh. Well, I guess it's because Argentina has won it so many times. I think. I mean, I don't follow. I mean, I want to be honest with you. I don't follow soccer. I mean, it truly is football when you think about it, because they kick the ball with their feet, not like American football, where they only kick the ball, you know, occasionally. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's a Vogue. It definitely looks like a Vogue. That would be my guess. Vogue or Bazaar. Yeah. Okay. And I think I'm going to leave it like so. I'm going to line up the feet so the feet are kind of straight across the bottom. Let me do this. Ugh. And I'm going to kind of center it on the page, I think. Um, I'm pretty sure that's what I want to do. And I've got all sorts of weird stuff. Um, but I don't know that I want to really go crazy. I mean, maybe give her a can of V8 or something. No. Well, you know what I'm going to do? Oh, I see. Okay. All right. I'm going to glue this down. That would be the best thing to do. That way I don't have to worry about it moving around or anything. So I'm going to glue these down and then go from there. Oh, I have so many images. I've often thought I should just buy, well, now's the time I should go to Walmart, buy a bunch of composition notebooks and just start gluing and try to fill up, get rid of all of my images and just fill uh, one composition book after another with images and uh, and see what that would be like. Because I have like images like this, pages like this, and this. I love them. I really do. It's probably my most favorite thing. All right, let me see. I got a glue book here that I used to glue stuff down. This is not going to be easy. Hi, Sophia. Take care. Thanks for the update on the soccer game. All right, let me see. Well, maybe I'll just glue it here. Let me just get it. I've got. You never got into the magazine harvesting thing? Well, that's good because it's addictive. It really is. Uh, I cannot look at a magazine without figuring what I'm going to cut up, what I'm going to cut out of it. I, I, I saw Caged Fish. Carla was her name, is her name. Um, and I saw this woman cut images out of a magazine and glue them into collages. I'd never heard of that before. I'd never seen anybody do that before. And I've never looked at a magazine the same way since. So, Carla, Caged Fish, is the one that got me started. And that was years ago. And then, of course, and then, of course, Cut Relax. Nicole came after Carla, and I love watching her. She is so enthusiastic, and and she's always so organized. She's got her pictures all organized. All right, let's see. Gotta get this in the right spot. I think that's good. Ah, Oops. I subscribe to so many magazines. Shannon Green was another one. Yep. I think it was Carla that I saw first, but I don't know now that you mentioned Shannon Green. It, and pressing it down like this really helps to seal it. All right, I think I got it pretty. I probably need a little more right here. Okay, there. That looks pretty good. Looks pretty smooth to me. All right. Angie's leaving. Bye, Angie. Take care of your back. I was. Yep, I agree. All righty, Angie. Did you tell us what you did to her back? She's on occasionally, but not very much. I do love harvesting magazines. I love fussy cutting and I have, I've got I got a lot of stuff. That's why I really would like to just get a bunch of composition notebooks and just glue away just for the fun of it. Yeah. All right. So I'm gonna keep this one simple. I really am. There she is. She's I can't remember her name. But she's an actress, obviously, and she was on the cover. But I can't think of her name right off the bat, right off the top of my head. Let me just trim this up a little bit. I finally see the eye doctor, the 21st. So hopefully I can get a prescription for glasses. I mean these non-prescription ones are pretty good. They just not. I'm hoping that prescriptions will be better. Maybe, but for 14.95, these are really pretty darn good. And it's the markup for eyeglasses is just, in my opinion, is obscene. Hi, Shay. No, it's not Judy Garland. No, it's a modern day actress. I just can't think of her name. But I just think she looks like she should be among the legs, maybe up here. She could follow the curve, like right there, maybe. Come down like so. Yeah, I like that. Oh, that's right. You're going to have Carrie the Crafter on with you and Darcy and Cheryl. That's going to be awesome. What a lineup. Now you're on at noon, right? On Sundays, noon. That's it. Sandra Bernhardt. Thank you very much. Bingo. Brenda got it. That's Sandra Bernhardt. Yep, that's what it is. Thank you, Brenda. Oh, that's right. Yes. Just say hi to you, Cynthia. Hi, Cynthia. If I didn't say hi, hi. Talk about brash. 12:30 Central. Okay. 12:30 Central. So that would be that's 2 hours. Well, I watched you today, so I don't know. You're 2 hours earlier, right, than I am. I'm on the East Coast. I think you're 2 hours. It's Central. Hi, Miriam. I so enjoyed your stream this morning, and oh my gosh, your masterboard pieces were so beautiful. Oh, colorful. And the ATCs and the little circus people that you made. Oh my gosh. In the I loved it. And she has these really cool circus people, but she's very, very clever because she instead of having to do a lot of fussy cutting. There's like a bubble, like a balloon or bubble. So half of them are in the balloon or bubble. So you only have to really fussy cut like the bottom half of them. And you said they're going to be at the available P&M Studios. Oh, okay. 11:30 Eastern, only 1 hour later. Okay. Okay. Sarah Bernhardt, Among the Legs. I don't know that I want to put anything else on there. I mean, um, obviously I have hundreds of images, but I can't think of anything I would want to put on there at this point in time. I just would keep it simple because, the legs are really bold and she's very bold, and I can't think of anything I want to put down. So you know what? I'm not going to put anything down. I'm just going to go on to another collage, and it's my book, and I can do what I want. Ha ha ha. All right, let's turn the page. Legs 11. I don't understand. I don't get the reference. Legs 11. I don't understand that reference, Riley. Legs 11. I don't, I'm sure I can find an 11, but I don't understand I don't understand the reference. You'd have to clue me in as to what legs 11 mean. Hi, Aunt Bex. Legs 11. I mean, I'm sure I could find an 11, but I don't know. Oh, it's a bingo thing. Okay. Wow. A bingo thing. Now you really have my curiosity. I used to call bingo. Legs 11. 11. There's no 11. Get me totally confused. She's got legs. Rod Stewart. Yeah, she's okay. That's a. Well, we got her legs, and we got their legs. We got everyone's legs. Let's turn the page. Ah, two vertical lines. Oh, okay. Still not getting it. But I see the two vertical lines. Yes, I understand that. Let's see what we got here. We have some older ads that are kind of funny. ZZ Top's legs, yes. What do I got here? Oh, be careful, be careful. Mm. I don't know why I cut him out of there, but I did. These are ads from a 1951 Look magazine, and the facial expressions are just so bizarre. Like that little boy in the Cheerios with his eyes popping out of his head. And so that's where some of these ads came from. And and here's another one. And the headache. Let's see if I can't find some more of those. I've got them all mixed in, which is, oh, I love this one too. Let me show you this one. We got big cars, of course. All right, I got some. That's not. We got the V8, and that's not an old one. That's a new one. I really should organize these a little bit better. And Pam sent me a whole bunch of ones too. Let's see. All right. Let's see if we can't. That city. All right, let's see. Look at that. See, this is a hard one. I love that. And of course, I could cut that out and put something funny in there, you know? But look what's on the other side. Look at that. Hmm. And now, Fabulous Foodorama by Calvinator. And look at all the pretty colors. Look at all the pretty colors. We have Bermuda pink, spring green, fern green, dawn gray, sand beige, buttercup yellow, harvest yellow, lagoon blue. So I can get this, but I don't know. Well, I could take I could do a picture. The V8 could also go with the car. Yes, it could. Yes. What I'm going to do is scan this. That's what I'll do. I'll scan it, not now, but I will scan it and then I will have both of them. So that's what I'm going to do. I'll stick this over here in the scan pile. And this, talk about a bitch to cut out. That was a fussy cut nightmare, but I did it. And this is not going over here. And I liked it. I earned my bike. You can too. But that needs to be fussy cut it out. But I like that. And this was a cigarette ad. Remember when they had full page cigarette ads? Albinator, I know. Hi, Devin. Oh, which one? This came out of my 1951, no, 50 Post magazine. But um, I know. I don't think Calvinator is in business anymore, unless they morphed into a. She's got the headache. Yeah, I don't like that there. Don't like it there. So we put her in here. She have a headache in here. The vegetables are getting to her. Oh no, I have to fix dinner. Ah! Kind of like that. Oh, the refrigerator ad. Oh, okay. I don't know. I kind of like that. And not with this, but I think, the black and white kind of, the thought of fixing dinner. I've had that feeling. How many of you have? Like, oh my God, what are we having for dinner tonight? All right, let's look at this. I like those. My fair Julie. Oh, Julie Andrews. Now that's when cars were cars, right? That's a boat. That's when cars were cars. This is when they got, oh, okay. Oh, very windy walk. All right. This is V8 engine, probably got, I don't know, maybe 15 miles to the gallon. But that's when gas was 29 cents a gallon. I remember, this will really age me. I remember when gas was 29 cents a gallon. I do, I do, I do. I had a Volkswagen Bug, and I think the gas tank held, I don't know, 8 gallons, 8 or 9 gallons. Would fill up. Oh, your first car was a Chevy Impala. All righty. My first car was a 1959 Ghia. Common Ghia was a little sports car, body by Ghia, Italian designer, and it was a Volkswagen. It was a Volkswagen's little sports car, Common Ghia, and it was a convertible, and it was my dad's. Oh, look at all you Chevy Impalas. Wow. Oh, I know. 53, okay, Chevy Impala. Brenda had a 64 Chevy Impala. It had a little Common Gear, two-seater. I mean, a two-seater. Didn't even have a back seat. And it didn't have a gas gauge. It had a little lever that when you ran out of gas, it just had reserve. The needle went, just said reserve, full of reserve. And when it got on reserve, there was a little lever that you could hit with your foot to open up the reserve tank, and you knew you had a gallon of gas. Ooh, nice Ampex. Powder blue. Wow, six-cylinder Ford Maverick. All right, powder blue. That is cool. Hmm. Is that too much? Yeah, I kind of, yeah, I could cut that down, but I hate to. Well, wait a minute. No, it's got to come down like maybe like so. No. Hmm. I hate to lose the front of the car. A 61 Dodge Valiant station wagon. Okay. 87 Chevy Cavalier RS. Look at all of you. How cool is that? Yeah, everyone put their first cars in. That is so cool. You like this? I kind of like it too. It is kind of funny. And he's at the door and she's looking out the window. But is she looking out the window seeing this monster lady? Let me trim that up a little bit. I gotta clean that up a little bit. I gotta get another pair of scissors. Wait a minute. You were illegal. Dodge Colt. You drove yourself to get your driver's license? I don't think that's legal, Joyce. Hi, Joyce. You breaking the law? I don't think you're supposed to drive yourself to get your driver's license. Because that means Dodge Colt. Yeah, I had the common gear. Oh, a Datsun B something. Okay. I do too. Yeah, I'm just gonna trim her up a little bit. And I think that's what's gonna happen. She's going on top of the car. The colors kind of work. And let me just do some fine tuning here. Fine fussy cutting. I don't know whether kitten heels. I don't know. I can't tell with this magazine. It doesn't feel like a new magazine. All your parents were at work. Well, of course, that makes it legal. Of course, Joyce, that's a perfect explanation. Yeah, that makes it, yeah. I'm sure that's what you would have told the police if they had stopped you for some reason. You could have just told them you were on your way to make it legal. Hi, View. Yes, fussy cutting. I'm a fussy cutting fool. It's a challenge when you can't really see that well. It's all fun and games until someone loses a finger. Mm-hmm. She didn't lose her finger. I wonder what the first hurricane was. I missed that. Was it Arthur? Because they just named the second hurricane Bertha. Oh yeah. Well, they and you know what, Becky, they make you feel nervous. You know. Well, the funny thing is, we took driver ed in school. We could take it in the summer so we could get our driver's licenses when we were 17 instead of 18. I know a lot of you lived in areas where you could get your driver's license as young as 16, but on Long Island, they wanted to keep us off the road as long as possible. So the funny thing is, my friend Nancy, and I've told many stories about Nancy, she was a much better driver than I was. And she failed the driver's test the first time out, and I passed it. So she didn't like the instructor or the driver, the guy that was doing the driver ed test. So there were several different locations where you could take the driver ed test. So she changed the venue and went to a different location to take her driver's ed test. And who guessed the guy was the same guy that had failed her the first time. And she was not very happy to see him, but she passed it the second time. But I passed it the first time. I can remember, I got to round her elbow. Hi, Beth. I can remember calling my mom like almost every day because they notified you by mail whether you'd passed or not, or they sent you your license in the mail. I can remember calling my mom during my lunch at the payphone in the lobby of the high school to see whether I had passed or not. Did I get my license? Did I get my license? Did I get my license? I drove my mother nuts. And she said it came, open it, open it, open it, open it. Did I pass? Did I pass? Did I pass? She said, yes, you passed. Now will you stop phoning me? That's a big thing, it's a big deal. Let's see, Beth said, you had your learners at 15. Yeah, my son did too. I would say that that's a Victorian because of the gingerbread work around and the windows. That would be Victorian, would be my guess. It's a Victorian style house. Okay, I'm gonna do that. That's gonna go on there. And again, I'm not sure what, again, I don't know. These are so big and bold. I don't know what else you could put on it. I think you missed one out of 50 questions, drove around in double park without hitting anyone. Well, that's wonderful. We found out right away. You got to report until they came. Oh, so they told you right there in the car? Oh, I think that's, well, I'm trying to think whether Nancy found out, whether they told her right there on the spot that she had failed. I don't remember now. I just know that I remember calling my mom from a payphone in the school lobby during my lunch break. And of course, if you didn't take driver's ed, you couldn't get your license until 18 in New York, out on Long Island. But where my kids grew up, they could get their learner's permit at 15 and their driver's license at 16. And that's the same here in Florida. And the thought of these 16-year-old kids driving around in cars just terrifies me. I think that's just a little bit much, I think. Well, I want to take uh, my mom to renew her driver's license when she was, I'm going to say she was probably, take care, Ellen. Good night. Thanks for being here. I appreciate you. Uh, she was about, I think, 92-ish. And I took her to renew her license, and she had to take, do the eye exam. And she had trouble with, you have to, with your forehead, you have to press on a bar that lights up the eye chart. And she had trouble with that, uh, just pressing it, and she had no trouble seeing. But next to us in the next booth was like a 16-year-old getting his license. And I said to the clerk, I said, uh, you know, here's a 92-year-old and a 16-year-old both getting their licenses. And the clerk looked at me and she said, yeah, both of them are dangerous. So I'm gonna scan that. Mm. But it was pretty funny that Nancy failed and I didn't. What if the face is, let's see. What if the cat face is peeking out from behind the house? Hi, Heidi. Yes, of course. Yes. Well, that's true. But where I grew up, we weren't out in the country. We were in suburbia. I like that idea, Bug. But Nancy, I shouldn't say. Nancy and I, more Nancy. Well, let's see. I don't know, Buck. I don't know how that peeking out from behind the house. It could be on top of the house. I could cut. Mm, unfortunately, I don't have much room. However, Who says that the picture has to go this way? Where does it say it has to go that way? Why can't it go this way? Ah, problem solved, right? Yeah. Look at this. Now I have all this room. Mm-hmm. 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 Something like that. Or maybe something else could be peeking out behind the house. Doesn't have to be that cat. It could be something else, but I like that. But Nancy, I was getting back, Nancy and I, more Nancy, we built a motorbike. We built a motorbike out of a 24-inch bicycle that had a banana seat, and we installed a Briggs and Stratton upright lawnmower engine on the bike and made it into a motorbike. Nancy did 99% of the work. I kind of handed her the tools. So we built a motorbike, and we would, and a lot of the kids in the neighborhood were building motorized bikes and stuff, or little go-karts. And when the cops caught you, they would basically take your bike from you, obviously. A lot of times they would literally tip it upside down and drain all the gas out of them and put them in, and then make you walk home with them. Um, but we would go out on eastern Long Island, out on the very end of Long Island, and we would tool around in this motorbike in the cornfields, in the rows between the rows and the cornfields, and that was fun. We had a lot of fun doing that. But yeah, how about that? He could come be coming out from underneath her skirts. What do you think? I like the purple and the yellow. What? Hmm. All right, let me read that again, Heidi. Cut the white sky out in the top right corner here, right? And have the cat walk out on to the side roof from behind upstairs. Yeah. Oh, you had a lime green banana seat. Yeah. Yeah, the kids, I tell you, we were very inventive. We made all sorts of neat stuff. I mean, motorized or not, we always had cars, even if they were push cars. So here. So only that much. See, that's not going to work because this is so big. Even if we had them on the roof, even if I cut that away, I'm not sure that would work. I'm sure, I don't know why I've become fixated by this little thing. There's many other little things you could just put a slit to stick the cat through. Yes, I could. It would have to be a big slit, but I could. That's another thought. I was thinking of doing a slit. And that way, if I don't like it, I can just, all right, let me try to slit. Ah, all right, cutting board here. I don't know why I'm fixated on this little cat. It makes no sense. I've got many other, I'm sure I have other little things here that would work. Maybe not. I'm sure I do somewhere. That would make more sense. Let's see. Got here. Maybe not. Not in this batch, but um, let me just take let me get down in here and see what else we got. Ah, how about a leg coming out? We got legs here and we got legs there. A leggy. Yeah, I'll cut a slit here. Let me just cut the slit. Maybe the leg should go in there. Let me cut a slit. All right. Let's see. Let's do this. I know, I like the leg. I'm leaning towards the leg. That's the leg is one, yes. All right. Now I can't find the oh, there's the cat. He's hiding over here. Let's see. Ooh. All right, let's see. I don't know whether this let me cut this. I gotta cut this a little bit more. I gotta cut this way too. Oh shit. I mean, whoops. Yeah, I can't get him in there. Let's see. Only going this way. Huh. Hi, Julie. That's I kind of, I kind of like that a little. What do you think? Let me cut that up a little bit higher. Well, thank you. I take that as a compliment, Jenny. I do enjoy doing the the surrealistic, I guess you call it. Or- All right. I can't. Well, I could. Got it. I could cut its tail off. I know. It's thank you for stopping by, Miriam. I so appreciate that. I know it's very late where you are. And again, I thoroughly enjoyed your stream this morning. Beautiful stuff. What do you think? I've cut his tail off. You know what would be really great? Um, Linda. I'm not. Oh, Beth. I am worried about Linda. Okay, Beth. That's a question for you, Beth. Julie's worried about Linda. I'm thinking, what if I cut the tail off and had it coming out this window, right? Have one paw out and then have the tail coming out this window. Just one paw. I don't know. I like that. There's, well, see, the colors are, you got this pink, and they're kind of playing off one another. That's what I kind of like. And I like it this way because I've got more room and their elbows not off the page. Oh, is it? Yeah, is hi Jim Robbins. Oh, okay. Yeah, I haven't seen Linda and Tim. Well, I'm gonna cut a little slit here and we'll see what how the tail would look coming out of that. Well, I gotta be careful. This paper is very fragile. Oh, Beth saw her last night. Yeah, that's true. That here too. Yeah, here, here. Yeah. Okay, let's do a little slit here. Ooh. And let's cut the tail. Sorry, kitty. Oh, yes, 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 yes. I love it. There we go. Perfect. What do you think? Mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Oh, you like it the way it is without the tail sticking out? Kind of like the tail. Let's see. Okay. You like it with the tail or without the tail? I kind of like, you're saying yes, 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 tail or no tail. Okay, thank you. The icing is yes, it is. All right. Hi, Barbara Clark. Yes, I'm doing a wacky collage. And we just decided that it's this is the way it's going to be. Yes, I like the tail too. And that was Aunt Beck's idea to cut a slit. Thank you, Aunt Beck. Cut a slit. Because I like the other thought was to cut the sky out, but then you'd have this stark white. So I'm glad that we kind of kept the sky behind it. All right, let's see. What's the best way of gluing this? Let me get rid of my little cutting board and put this over here. Let's turn this like so. All right. I think I'm going to use this glue. We went to collage. We went into collage using Sears catalogs. We'd mess body parts from when we create new ink and do stuff like you're doing. Mom let us then toss them worried someone would see our art and think something was wrong with us. Oh my gosh, that is funny. You can do it, but we're not showing the neighbors. They might think there's something wrong with you. That is hysterical. That is so funny. Let's make sure that yeah, that's good. All right. That's the best part when you mix up human parts, and that's a lot of fun when you make your Franken people, paper dolls. That's always a lot of fun. Okay. I don't think that's going anywhere. I like using this little glue stick for little stuff, like, little stuff. Yeah, that's true. Well, you know how when you're growing up, your parents are dumb as a box of rocks most of your teenage years. And then when you're like, well, at least for me, when I hit the age about 21, all of a sudden my parents became brilliant. I don't know how they got so smart, but all of a sudden they were very, very smart people. Oops. All right, let's put the big glue on, and then we'll glue her on, and then we'll say goodbye. So long. I have been so tired lately, and there's no reason for me to be tired, but I have been very tired. Careful, be careful, be careful. I have to play bridge tomorrow night. I'm filling in for somebody who had shoulder surgery, so I don't like playing on Monday nights. As maybe you recall, I did play Monday nights with that mean lady, Lois. Okay. All right. Let's see if we can flip this over and get it down. That looks pretty straight. Oh, wow. Ow, ow. All right. Where'd she go? Oh my God, I thought I lost her. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. I like it. I like it. I like it. I think I'll do that using this. Ah, and then it'll be time for me to say goodnight until next time. I'm on it Wednesday this week. It's my turn. And then Devin and I will be on together on July 29th, I think, right? And then I got to talk to you, Devin, because I'm going to Cape Cod and I may be able to stream from there. I mean, the camera doesn't take up any room. I mean, it's itsy bitsy camera. And the camera thing, the camera stand is just heavy. But okay, here we go. Now, the key is to get her. I'm going to get the foot on the roof of the car and just kind of, whoops, no. How'd I do that? Uh-oh. Huh. Because I had this even with that. Okay. No, why isn't that? Hmm. Oh, no. Well, isn't that weird? When it was on before, I had this on the roof of the car, flat on the roof of the car. And that was, well, that's okay. I can just cut that. Okay. Oops. Wow. Boy, they missed that forecast. Holy mackerel. 2.5 inches of rain. 77. I'll take the 77. I would take the 2.5 inches of rain too. All right. There we are. Well, thank you for all your input. It was a lot of fun. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. And tune in again next week. Well, maybe we'll do this. This is fun. I will have, if I do it again, I'll have my pictures more organized instead of helter skelter. Yeah, it does. Yes. All right. So we did this one and we did. Oh, this book is so heavy. And we did this one. So we had a lot of legs. It was a very leggy, night. We had we had a lot of legs. Have a great week, everybody. Thank you so much for being here. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, I wish you would. That would be awesome. And a thumbs up on the way out would also help. I would appreciate that. If it can't be good, be careful and have hope. We need hope. Hope, hope, hope. Take care, all you all. Bye.